Hi, I'm Miles Clayton, and I set up and now run a business called Agility PR, and we're a business-to-business specialist supporting the technology industry. We're doing a whole series of videos to talk about various items in PR, and we thought we'd kick off 2011 with a discussion on selecting your PR agencies. We've noticed at the beginning of this year that marketing managers finally got budgets to restart their PR. So it's obviously a good time to be looking at how you're going to select a PR agency and what are the sort of things you're going to be looking for as you start that process. Okay, the first thing to think about with any PR agency is geographic location. So, if it's important that you have an agency nearby so that you can regularly be in touch with them for brainstorming activity, etc., or you need that sort of face-to-face contact, then clearly that's going to be important. And also, you may find you have a chief executive or somebody you want involved in the PR process who is in London regularly and would like to work with the London agency, for example. So it's really worth thinking about that specific topic. The next thing to think about is what particular market you are in. So it's about expertise in that market. So obviously if you're a technology firm, it will be important to look at PR agencies that have experience of promoting technology, and also to think about whether it's a consumer product or a business-to-business product. And you will find agencies that specialise in B2C versus B2B. So that's one key criteria. In addition to that, you may be looking at specific markets that you're trying to reach. So it's about vertical market expertise. And you will find a lot of agencies talk a good game in the area of vertical market expertise, but when it actually comes to really understanding specific markets that you sell into, it may be a bit thin. So you really want to probe that process, how they do it, do they write regularly about those markets, how do they track them, what magazines do they read, etc. That's all very important. We're now going to talk very briefly about the sort of skills that you need to be looking for. I think uppermost amongst the skills that you really do need to have from a PR agency is writing. So really want to probe the quality of that writing. Ask for samples of materials and what type of materials. So make sure it's not just press releases. Make sure it's deeper materials, white papers, case studies. Are they writing video scripts? What else are they doing in terms of writing material? Because that will be a core skill that you can look for. Secondly, are they doers or talkers? This is a key criteria really. By talkers, I mean people who are strategy specialists. But when you actually ask them to write a press release, they tend to turn their nose up at it. Is that the sort of operation you're looking for, or are you looking for an organisation that can advise you, but also is a delivery specialist? In other words, they talk regularly about the numbers of things and the numbers of case studies, press releases, etc. they all get out the door. And finally, internet marketing. This is becoming a very, very important skill within PR. PR agencies that don't offer internet marketing are definitely missing a trick for you, and you ought to be looking for PR agencies that have got some skills in building content, specifically for SEO, for example, what we call Google PR services. So that is about driving people, using content to drive people towards your website with a view to qualifying and gaining sales leads. Finally, we're going to look at, there's one other key criteria which is often overlooked, which is chemistry. I think it's really important that you fit from a personality perspective with a PR agency, because you're going to be dealing very regularly with them, face to face, over the telephone, via email. It's a reasonably it should be a heavily involved interaction, and like any other business relationship, it needs to work on lots of levels. So make sure the chemistry is right when you've got them in the room and when they're dealing with your executives, etc. And finally, think about measurement. Measurement is a really important consideration. Far too often in the past, PR agencies have simply been measured based on the amount of coverage they've produced. And today, that's surely a very one-dimensional measure. You may be looking at all sorts of other measures, and it could even extend to delivering sales leads into your CRM system. We're certainly working with some clients today that are looking for us to build materials which drive people to pick up content on their website and leave their contact details. And that certainly can be part of the evaluation system. So leaving you with that, and hopefully that's given you insight to what Agility PR does. Thank you very much for your time.